Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, and we've been telling you about this threat for some severe weather at least, and it's coming up Sunday afternoon and evening. Now, it's not going to be an outbreak of severe weather. I don't think we're going to see just some horrible outbreak, but there will be strong to severe thunderstorms. And the Storm Prediction Center here, and I've talked about this new category they've added that I don't like whatsoever, but we have decided to go ahead and just add it, but try to explain this as well as possible. There, in the olden days, there was slight, moderate, and high. Well, now they've added this other one that's between slight and moderate, and it's enhanced. And all that is just saying we're honing in on this area for the highest threat for the day. And this is, as you see here, the time, late Sunday. It's not to the moderate risk kind of category, but it's maybe a little bit more than slight. And it's an area that does encompass the entire metro area. Again, the time frame we're looking at is late Sunday, mid-afternoon, more likely for the metro, early in the evening. And that does include areas as far south as Arkadelphia, El Dorado, Chico, Ashley County, on up into Helena, West Memphis, up towards Batesville. So in this area, that's the greatest threat for the day for at least some severe weather. So what are we looking at? What are those threats? And you see it's hail and wind. We categorize this on the Storm Threat Index from low, medium, high to extreme. Well, hail and wind, I think, is going to be a medium threat. Tornado threat is there, but it's low. And I don't think that the flooding threat is all that much. I think if you get under a thunderstorm, you could have some minor street flooding for a while. But I think hail and wind is the primary threat. And of course, the tornado threat is there. And what we also do at Channel 7 now, it's called storm mode. Are we going into storm mode where everything we do on the web, social media, everything centers around and revolves around the weather department? And to be honest with you, it does that no matter what. But there's sort of a heightened sense of awareness, I think, and we're not quite there yet, but we may be. Let me see if I can scoot this over. I want to go to convective available potential energy. And that's CAPE, and it's a unit of measurement for instability. The greater the number, the higher the instability. And what's instability? It's the combination of warmth and moisture. And that's the fuel for thunderstorms. That's the gasoline that powers the automobile. It's the gasoline that powers the thunderstorm. The more you have, the more it's going to go. And you see these numbers here on the right. I'm covering up some of them. But these are going to go pretty high for tomorrow afternoon. And let me show you, there's some things going on here that this is at night. Tonight we're going to see that instability, which is obviously the sun goes down. Your instability usually isn't as great. But this is what's very interesting, and I've seen this on some of the computer models where it forms some sort of boundary with this. You see the high CAPE values right in here, and lower CAPE values here. I've seen this at times, and it's picking up on maybe some thunderstorm activity, stabilizing the atmosphere here, maybe some cloud cover, maybe some showers. But there's a sharp boundary here, and we always like to look at those boundaries on the mesoscale to see maybe thunderstorms begin to fire up there. But, this whole area we really need to watch regardless. Oops, sorry about that. So, in fact, you can kind of see a thunderstorm developing. This is according to the high-resolution NAM, the 4-kilometer NAM. This is in the afternoon, and you see this area of stability because of a thunderstorm that has passed by, and you can actually see that on the, I did it again. You can kind of see that move. I'm rocking it back and forth. You see that kind of form and then move eastward right along that boundary. And again, this is just according to one computer model. And then the instability values, this is at 7 o'clock, begin to shift towards the east by 10 o'clock, and then it's east of the state. So let's see what's going on with this on the high resolution simulated radar here. Let me go into Sunday morning. And indeed, it is picking up on some shower, maybe some thunderstorm activity, and some outflow of some sort, maybe stabilizing things. And it's got a storm developing here in southwestern Arkansas. This is just before the noon hour. And then you see that this is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's what I was talking about, that thunderstorm it has developing. I don't think that this is going to be perfect or exactly right, but just something to watch. A thunderstorm developing here in central Arkansas, out ahead of everything before it develops. We'll see if that actually happens. And then this is the part I want to show you. This is at 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. You have thunderstorms developing, and they're individual thunderstorms at this point. maybe a broken line in some places. And we'll have to watch this here as well. But this is at 6 p.m. on Sunday. And that's how I think that the storm mode will begin, as these isolated thunderstorms that will be sort of on their own. And then that's when you have your tornado threat. And it's low, but wind and hail threat with this. And then watch how this comes into more of a line, or at least segments. This is by 10 o'clock, so you get these lines developing. This, to me, looks like a big wind threat, but there could be a tornado. It's a low threat, but mainly wind and then some hail with that. That's at 10 o'clock. This computer model, in my opinion, might be a little slow with things. And then by 1 o'clock in the morning, it's along and east of the Mississippi River. So, again, I can't stress this enough. There's some things going on with the modeling that I'm not quite sure about. It's got that thunderstorm developing right in there, Sunday early afternoon, and then you get the main line developing. So let's go through that one more time. First of all, today, when you look at this for today, it shows showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. That wave moves by. And then tonight, stuff out in Oklahoma starts to move into Arkansas during the day. You see that by the beginning of the afternoon, early afternoon. And then the main line, the main action comes in by late in the afternoon and early in the evening. And then we're back to some very cool and dry air for a couple of days. Maybe some showers late Tuesday. So thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We'll do our best to keep you updated. We are your ticket to big weather events.